everybody, and welcome back. I know Jamie's been MIA again. Who knew that a full-time job, YouTube advocacy work, it would take all my time. So I'm sorry I'm delayed. No comments on the sunburn. I'm looking at myself on the screen and I'm realizing how bad it is. I was at Frontier Days the other day and I got really burned and I did not feel like wearing anything that was gonna rub and irritate my skin today. So forgive me for looking absolutely ridiculous, but hey, human life, it's real, right? Okay. So anyway, I posted on our Facebook page, I believe it was the 22nd or the 23rd, the day after I had the meeting with the first meeting with the state representative, Juni Joseph. So I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of an update, kind of not clarify, but explain, kind of describe what happened, and then also what the steps are that I'm going to be doing going forward. So like I said, had that meeting. Now, because we are an advocacy group and we are going to eventually be transitioning to a 501c3, I just have to make sure that everything I'm talking about is crystal clear. We are not endorsing or recommending voting for any candidate. All I'm doing is I'm explaining how the meeting and the interaction went with her. So just wanted to make sure that is crystal clear. So the meeting occurred. I gave her the petition. If you had requested marked to be anonymous, I made sure that all of those signatures, that those lines were redacted, the names were redacted. Out of there, it just says anonymous signer. I did verify that, so I know some of us had concerns regarding retaliation with your name being on there. So rest easy, it's marked as anonymous. So I did go ahead, I gave her the petition, the signature, the comments, explained kind of a little bit about what was going on. She was extremely receptive and very interested in interacting and finding out what was going on. The reason that I had picked Juni Joseph to reach out to is because she has a good history when it comes to civil rights work, and this is obviously a huge civil rights issue. So reaching out to her, she was very interactive, very interested in what was going on. So I felt the meeting went very well. As a result, she did say that she recommended reaching out to additional representatives, gave me 3 names of additional representatives to reach out to that she felt would be very good contacts to reach out to. I've reached out to 2 so far, one working on scheduling, the other one's out of state right now, or out of office, I should say. They will be back in mid-August. Their aide did reach out and say once they are back, they're going to be scheduling a meeting with me. So that one date for that one is to be determined. The other one, again, we're just working through scheduling to find out what days work for scheduling for them. The third one, I have not reached out to yet. It is on my list to do today. I have been extremely busy, so I apologize to everybody for that. But I will be reaching out to that third one and going ahead and giving an update on that as soon as I have information on that. Going forward as well, what I've decided to do, I say a lot on here that the entire goal is awareness and accountability. We're not going to have accountability until there's a change. And so what I have decided to do is prepare I don't know how else to phrase it other than a legislative proposal. Now, getting legislation passed at, Representative, Senate, and then the House level, everything, it is very, very, very difficult. So reaching out to these state representatives to get some awareness and backing as far as what's going on, and to have them understand the level of what's going on. Because I'm sure that people reach out to them here and there and say, yeah, my loved one went through this, my loved one went through this. To have all of us come together, and that's what this petition is for. Again, disclaimer, or not disclaimer, but shameless plug, if you haven't signed it, please go ahead and sign it. But getting this petition together and all of these signatures is to show them this is not a one-off thing here, a one-off thing there, one-off situation with my husband or your daughter or your sister or your loved one. This is a whole statewide, if not larger, issue. So, like I said, I'm working on preparing a proposed legislative solution, we'll call it that, and I'll get into what it is, what it could potentially positively grow into, and how it's going to benefit everybody, including CDOC, because I think, personally, a lot of the reason on why CDOC is doing all of this is, number one, they don't have the accountability. Number two, they are overwhelmed. And when you get super overwhelmed with something, you stop caring. It's like if you're overwhelmed with work, some people, they stop caring. It's just like, I can't do this. There's so much, it's just screw it, whatever. So I think, taking some of the burden off CDOC and then also giving straight up accountability to CDOC, it's going to improve a lot on every front. So that is the legislative proposal that I'm putting together. Again, I'll get into what it is, how it'll work, and the benefits for everybody involved in another video, but I am going to be preparing that. I've been working on it. I have some drafts put together. I'm going to be working on that and bringing it to the meetings going forward, any meetings that I have going forward along with the petition. So it is a big, a big thing that I'm working on. So again, forgive me if I'm trying to do at least a video once a week. It's coming out a little bit later than that. I know, I apologize, but I wanted to give an update. So when I have the other meetings, scheduled, I'll let everybody know when those meetings are. And then kind of after the meetings, kind of give an update on the progress of how things are going and what's going on with that potential legislation and the backing. I also have a couple other groups that were brought to my attention as far as potential good groups to reach out to that would be good to also help back this petition that we are going to be giving to, the legislation that we're going to be presenting to the representatives. So there is a lot going on in the background. Stay tuned. If you're not following us on Facebook, hop over there and follow, because I may just do little updates, little quick blurbs instead of long videos over on Facebook as well. So in the meantime, thank you guys all so much for the support. Again, shameless plug, please, if you have not signed the petition, please sign it. You can do it anonymously, and I'm not going to be taking it down. This petition is going to remain up because this is an ongoing issue that definitely does need awareness. So again, meantime, hope everybody is doing well. Stay safe, and we will catch you on the flip side.